There's an old saying, the straw that broke the camel's back. Now let me ask you this. What was the straw that broke the pony's back?
Scoot up, son.
Oh!
What's the weight limit?
It's a capacity on them.
No, real life. What's the cat? Brody leg was giving out.
Yes, those legs was buckling. Yes, Helldivers 2 was the straw that broke these ponies' back. And me sitting back here after the few weeks that this was announced, it's interesting to see these ponies try their best to still damage control for Helldivers 2 coming on Xbox.
Let's say Helldivers 2 does well on Xbox, will Sony bring over more games? I just don't think so. I think that platform is a lame duck at this point. I think the Xbox Series X and the Series S is a lame duck in the market. I think this is a chance to grab more players. I have been told by someone in the know this is a refugee strategy, that PlayStation was convinced by Xbox to do this. I think PlayStation knows. Okay, think about it like this. When Herman Hulst talks about their strategy on PC, he talks about getting people to come over and buy the PlayStation 5 for a sequel, okay?
Did they do, Jimmy? Did they do it? Did the PC community, after getting Horizon Zero Dawn, came over to the PlayStation to play Horizon Forbidden West? Did they do it, Jimmy? Did Horizon Forbidden West sell more than Horizon Zero Dawn? What did Yoshida said after he would have had inside information on it? Did he say it sold more? Let's listen.
Oftentimes the second game do better because they are always, already millions of fans.
He's out of line, but he's right.
But sometimes, the one I was a bit surprised, in terms of the number of units did was the second Horizon game.
Okay.
I loved Horizon game and the game did well, and I was hoping that the sequel would do even better in terms of sales. The game was bigger and great,
Of course.
but I don't think the second one did as many units as the first one.
You have no power here.
I think PlayStation rather rightly knows that the next 4 years there will be significant exodus from the Xbox platform. I think they know this. I think they're already getting it. They're already sensing it. Well, a really great way to get a lot of those people to consider coming over is to have them play a game that, let's say there's some PSN thing you can do.
I mean, at this point, Jimmy and ponies like himself, they are grasping at straws as to why it is Sony would have ported, Helldivers 2 onto Xbox. You see, he fails to understand that who controls the sales of any particular platform or console are the casuals. Gone are the days of the hardcore gamers being the majority of the consumer base of these consoles. It's very clear that games like Fortnite, games like Roblox, they are controlled and they are primarily driven by the casual gamer. So when you think that these casual gamers are going to just leave Xbox because of PlayStation, you have another thing coming, because they no longer have, or they don't have any loyalty to any one platform or box. They are just there to play their particular game that they want to play on any screen or box that they can. So Jimmy, you are absolutely wrong with this one. So it's very clear that the discussion is still being talked in the PlayStation community, in the pony circles, Why did Sony bring Helldivers 2 to Xbox? These guys are coming up with all sorts of theories, all sorts of insiders who has a source, and so I mean, it's ridiculous at this point in time. That being said, speaking about ridiculous, time and time again, I have been telling you that these ponies are sick. It's no exaggeration when I say that these guys have a sickness and they need help. Because I could objectively commend all Nintendo gamers to say, here what? Congratulations on a Donkey Kong Bonanza. It looks like a very, very good game. As an Xbox fan, I have no problem saying that. But could these ponies say it? Well, it seems that they are now looking to attack Nintendo fans.
Damn it.
Now you might be asking, why are these ponies attacking the Nintendo fans? Well, put simply, it's because of Donkey Kong Bonanza. Now, this is what Jeff Keighley did. Jeff Keighley objectively told his PlayStation community that, here what? The Donkey Kong Bonanza is an excellent game, right? That is what he would have tweeted. But what would the ponies say to that? Tripster from Twitter said, not better than Astrobot though.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
So you can't make this up. These guys are sick. So the PlayStation community started to attack Jeff Keighley's post saying, Sony is better. But when it is you have your own PlayStation brother in arms, when it is you still have, persons like the Hunter calling you weird, something is wrong. Because we all know the Hunter on Twitter is a PlayStation fan. He prefers Sony. But notice what he said. Hunter said, played both. Donkey Kong Bonanza is better than Astrobot. Wow, 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 wow. Of course, these ponies ain't having that. He replied, false. Then Hunter, a PlayStation dude, mind you, said, this dude weird as hell. Replying to Donkey Kong post crying that Astrobot is better. I did that when I was 10 years old. Wow, wow. Listen to me. This is what I want to see. Pony against pony. Fighting to the death. But it's crazy out there, man. It's crazy out there. But today, what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about today a third-party game that is missing the Xbox. Do you care about that, Xbox brothers? Are you concerned? Are you worried that we won't be able to play this banger of a game, this blockbuster of a game? Let's talk about it and see. Let's get it.
This is a sickness!
Let's get it.
So before we continue the video, guys, do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers, and your sub would aid us in that goal. Of course, it's not for free. You get some of the best Xbox content this side of the internet. We specialize in disciplining ponies all over the world. So if this type of content interests you, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button today. Now let's get back to the video. So currently, the PlayStation community is celebrating. Are they celebrating because Sony would have dropped the price of their software? No. Are they celebrating because they are getting first-party games? No. They are celebrating that there is a particular indie game that is that might be skipped on launch day for the Xbox. Yes, this game might come out for the Xbox on a later date, and these ponies are celebrating, citing that devs are leaving the Xbox left, right, and center. This is the narrative that these ponies are pushing. Now, it's a brain-dead argument as usual, but I mean, who is going to stop these ponies from doing what they normally do? Now, you might be asking, who is the studio that may not launch their game on the Xbox the same time it is launching on the PlayStation 5? Is this some sort of blockbuster game? Is this a game that everyone is dying to play? Well, no. Actually, this game is coming from a dev that Xbox fans may know well. It is coming from the devs that made Ori. which is Moon Studios. Yes, the name of their next game is No Rest for the Wicked. Now, this game does seem to be an okay game. Is it a blockbuster, as I said before? No. Are persons who are trying their best to play this game? I would say no. But it looks like a cool little game. Now, this is what the dev said. By the way, given current market conditions, we might only release on PlayStation 5 and potentially Switch 2 for the time being. We'll have to discuss things with Microsoft to see what makes sense for Xbox. Yes, this is what has all the ponies on Twitter right now celebrating, because this game might miss the launch for the Xbox Series consoles. Notice what Jez would have said about it here.
PS5 makes the most sense at the moment. Ori Dev suggests No Rest for the Wicked will skip Xbox for launch due to market conditions. Celebrated Ori and the Blind Forest developer Moon Studios has offered an update on the status of the Xbox version for their follow-up, No Rest for the Wicked. No Rest for the Wicked is a top-down action RPG with gorgeous visuals and tight combat. It takes cues from Diablo and weaves them with a higher skill ceiling, rewarding precision and patience. Much like Ori before it, the game's dark handcrafted setting and abundance of game mechanics and systems gives it some huge potential as it continues to chart its future through Steam's Early Access program. No Rest for the Wicked is $39.99 on Steam for PC as of writing, and is already very excellent. Xbox fans fond of Ori and the Blind Forest and Will-o'-the-Wisps might have been wondering when No Rest for the Wicked might show up on their preferred platform. If so, I have some potentially bad news. In comments on No Rest for the Wicked's Discord, Moon Studios CEO Thomas Mahler offered an update on the console versions of the game, noting that Xbox is the lowest priority behind Switch 2 and PS5 for console versions. Mahler said he planned to discuss things with Microsoft to see what makes sense for Xbox. In a follow-up post on X, Mahler clarified that No Rest for the Wicked will ultimately ship on all platforms, but likely not at the same time, with PS5 making the most sense based on the numbers. Thomas Mahler clarifies his Discord comments. We want to support consoles and looking at the numbers. PS5 makes the most sense at the moment. Ultimately will ship on all platforms, but likely not at the same time. We'll be sure to update this section if any further clarifications appear on the old internets. It's certainly true that PlayStation 5 boasts the largest console audience as of writing, although I would have expected No Rest for the Wicked to potentially over-index on Xbox due to the Moon Studios fandom therein. Xbox also has reported growth on PC and Xbox Cloud gaming with Xbox Play Anywhere, Xbox Game Pass, and Stream Your Own Game initiatives, although it's still likely smaller overall than the opportunity presented by PlayStation.
For some reason, the devs there at Moon Studio think that there is a shortage of games on the Xbox platform. They think that Xbox gamers are dying to play these type of games. I mean, let me just tell the devs there at Moon Studio that the Xbox community is eating good when it comes to indie games, when it comes to first-party games. I mean, just month alone on Game Pass, look how many games we have to play. RoboCop, Wu Chen, Fallen Feathers. I mean, it's game after game after game. So let's just set the record straight. The Xbox community is not dying to play any game like if we are starving for games. That's number one. Number two, didn't this same developer say this about his own game? That same dev who is saying that he's thinking about putting this game on Microsoft would have said this a couple months ago. I think people think I'm joking when I'm asking for positive reviews, because in people's mind there is always some big publisher in the background who will cover costs. Folks, if you're writing here and are enjoying Wicked and are excited for future updates but haven't left a positive review, it's entirely possible that we won't be around in a couple months.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So let me get this straight. You're telling me that the devs there at Moon Studio is out here in these streets begging for positive review so that their game could reach to the top of the charts, so persons could, end up seeing the game so that they can buy it. However, they are acting like Xbox gamers need this game. I would say that we don't need this game. They need the Xbox community. Yes, these guys are out here, coping that here what this is something that the Xbox community would beg for, and the Xbox community would see outrage and they would get this game, basically everyone talking about it. But really and truly, he would have said about 2 or 3 months ago that guess what? He may not be here if this game don't do well. So let me just say that we are good over here. Yes, the Xbox community is eating good. There's a lot of games to play. Stop acting like the Xbox community need you, when the facts of the matter is you need the Xbox community to stay alive. So don't forget, guys, let me hear what you guys thought about everything that was said today. Let me see what you guys are saying concerning whether it be these ponies are now attacking Nintendo fans because Donkey Kong Bonanza might be better, or it could mean that the Moon Studio devs didn't say that they might be closed if this game don't sell well. Let me know in the comment sections. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.